Hold on, waiting for my brother Cinco to come on in the spaces. What's going on, everybody? If you just watched the challenge, we're about to get into it. What's going on, everybody coming in? Hello, hello. It's that time. We are talking about the challenge. I'm actually just Hey Courtney. You know what, Courtney? You've been really showing up and showing out. What's going on? What's going on, everybody coming in? We are waiting. Normally, when I do this, people just come in, pop in, whatever. But honestly, this is I don't know whatever episode that my brother is right there. He he been grinding, y'all. I'm gonna invite him for a co-host. It hasn't been always working, but y'all, I need y'all to follow Cinco because he's gonna become a really good podcaster. He be killing it in my space. And y'all to watch the other ones. I mean, watch. This is the other ones to know what I'm talking about. He be on it. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on?
I missed your last space. This is
I
my brother,
know,
y'all.
I know. I told you I was at that event in
I
Baltimore with
know. I tell
Anissa
everybody.
and all them. It was
Oh no,
dope. It
no.
was cool. I was trying to get
This
her on there, but
episode.
we was a little too we'll say intoxicated.
Baby, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little tipsy.
A little
Look,
swizz. I'm a
look,
little
look, look, look who in the building already. Look,
Big
popping
Jack.
in while we get started.
There he is already. What's going on, Jack?
Oh, what is up? How are y'all?
What's good?
Hey,
Good.
lovely. Oh
Congrats,
my goodness.
man. I'm sorry I had to go so soon.
I know it definitely wasn't an ideal situation, but that's life.
No, for sure not. I'm gonna get to you because I definitely gotta talk some shit. I'm gonna
Man.
let Cameshia go ahead and I don't know if she
Uh,
thing and
well, look, when he came in, just like everything, just kind of like the way I was feeling about the episode. It was a lot to me, the episode, especially with Laura. I just was like, just now, like finishing. I literally just finished it 30 seconds ago. So for me, it's like a little emotional because I'm like watching. I'm just like, bro, and I see Jack with the tears, and I just literally watched it 5 seconds ago. So it's just like, man, I'm still feeling it. It was an
Yeah,
emotional situation, man.
it was extremely emotional. It was like a shitty situation to have to be in because, like, typically, like Laurel said it. I mean, you have to be in that aggressive state to win an elimination, and it's just like right before we go into elimination, it's like a love fest, and you're going against people that you respect and know, and it's just like it's not the ideal situation.
I hear that, bro. Before we get into it, I wanted to ask you about the challenges first off. The challenges, how do you guys feel going in? I know you was talking about on the show, how you felt good about the challenge. It looked like fun to me first. I was like, yo, it's like a daily challenge that include everything. Swimming, puzzles, physical aspect, you gotta dig. Like how'd you feel on the challenge and
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I was so excited going into that challenge. I was just like, this is so like old school, like challenge, like stuff that like, you're used to seeing. And it was like, I was excited, but obviously it still didn't work out for us, but that's okay.
yeah, that second bag was OD, like deep as
It
hell.
was
I wasn't
really deep. It was really deep. And we weren't
I was like,
allowed to
bro,
we weren't allowed to stay and help dig. We weren't allowed to like go back and help. Like it was just like once you had that first bag, you had to go.
yeah.
So
wow, wow, wow. It looked crazy to me. I was like
Invite Livy
tripping.
up here, Commissioner.
I know, of course, that's my sis. I already added her already. She has to accept it. But
Got
I'm
you.
gonna tell you something. I ain't gonna front. When Olivia, I was like, I know they got this. When I say I was screaming, my throat is still messed up. I was literally screaming when I saw Olivia. I was like, I know they got it. They got it. They got
Bro,
that win, bro. I
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna.
oh my god. How'd you feel
I'm not
about it,
gonna.
bro?
I was hoping they got the win too, so they could go ahead and send.
yeah, we were hoping they won.
Hi.
Hey, boo,
What's going on?
sis.
Hi, Jack. I'm literally like, oh my god, I just like teared up watching you guys because like I love you guys so much, and I'm like,
Right.
I know that was so
I
emo.
know,
that was more emo than the emo night.
For
literally.
sure.
Oh my god, and the way Jordan like is such a good sport. I never knew how amazing Jordan was, but like even just cheering for like you guys, like it was awesome.
Yeah, it was a tough
It was really
elimination.
tough. Yeah, you guys did really good though. I mean, it was. I think it would have been hard for anyone to beat them because Jordan's insane.
Well, yeah, and that's why like I left like not in like the worst headspace because I was like I lost to Jordan.
Right.
Like I didn't like go in there and like lose to some like random like dumbass that was just like there. Like I lost to somebody that like I okay, like this makes sense. Like I'm a rookie, he's Jordan. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
No,
Like I
yeah.
wasn't really butthurt about it. I wasn't butthurt about anything really.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
butthurt that I didn't win because I'm like, I was trying to shake shit up in there.
I know. Yeah, we thought you won. Like
I
we were shocked when I
know.
called their name. I was just like, I want to see the times. I really want to see it. I was like,
Right?
because did they really win? And like their win got like so handed to them because
Yeah.
everybody was stalling down there with their puzzles like half solved, and then they just got to see it, swimming up, and they just solved it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't
I
know
thought it
that.
was just me. I thought it was just me thought that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah,
I
that's
don't
what happened.
I don't know. For when me and Rossi did our puzzle, we were I think like second. It's kind of weird. I remember, Jack. Do you remember things differently, or am I just like it's so much happened that you just forget? Because I swear to God, we were like the second people on the platform, and we solved our puzzle really fast. And I feel like we solved it before even people next to us had their puzzle pieces like really up there, and I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah, I remember you guys solved it quick because didn't Darrell and Veronica call for a check, and then
yeah,
you guys
no,
kept
it was
going? Or...
no, it was Nelson and Reese called for a check, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah, but that was after
It was so far away we couldn't see.
Right. No, I called for 3 checks. Because I got words, they were just the wrong words. And it's funny because so the way like it happened, it was 5 words, and then I guess like what was the theme of the 5 words?
They were all like friendship based.
Yeah.
I think.
So like they gave us like a clue or something. Like it was like 5 words, 5 letters that are friends or whatever. And I got all of them, and there was this one last word, and I was like, and I asked them, I said, is there any? I was like, what is this word? Because I'm like, is it all English? Like, yes. Well, thank God I'm with Horacio, because he literally puts the last word up at the last second. It was amigo.
All English. Amigos, definitely not English last time.
That's what I said. I was like, because I'm like, okay, I'm not bad at puzzles, but like shit, I was like, what the hell? But then I was like, oh my God, thank God. Well, that worked out.
Yeah, I think they probably just tried to fuck y'all up. Honestly.
Probably.
I
It
think
was
Maurice is here
insane,
now
man.
too.
Yeah, I just added her. Hey,
Yeah.
mama.
Hey
I was just say
everyone.
this episode, this whole episode to me was so like kind of emotional a little bit. So I was just like,
Yeah.
why did something like the heartstrings here in this episode? But it was everything, especially with the cheering. I don't know, man. I got kind of pissed off at Bananas. I was like, what is he doing in this episode? Like, why is he BSing? Like, what?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
felt
know, man.
he was being a little dickhead for no reason.
I
Like,
mean, I
why?
think he had a reason, but I mean,
So you think he had a
that's
Oh
reason?
shit. Okay.
he was throwing the challenge.
That's what I
What do you
figured.
mean?
That's what I
He
said. So
had a reason.
I
Exactly. Like
literally was
I
saying
was
that.
like,
I'm like, the only reason you do that is like,
It's Bananas. He loves to throw a challenge.
yeah, that's what I thought, honestly.
yeah, that was like some
Oh,
bullshit.
We've seen this show before. Like it's
Right.
not a new act.
Yeah.
Hey Nuri, welcome Nuri.
Hey everybody.
Hey,
Oh, there
girl.
she is.
Hey.
Oh, big head ass. No, let me stop.
Not a big head.
No, let me stop.
Oh wow, who said
Uh,
messy head?
uh,
Oh my god.
Yeah, like who's in the background?
Exactly. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, I don't know who.
No, but I think this was probably one of the most fun challenges because it's like it's cardio, but it's not like because you guys know I don't like my cardio, but I'm like it's a good balance of everything. It was like endurance, and then it was like also like mind and just like strategy, and it was just fun. I think it was really fun.
No, that's what I said earlier. I was like, yo, that looked fun as hell.
Mm-hmm.
He was excited about it. We were talking about the second bag. The second bag was deep as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I was talking shit about Chauncey letting Amber do the rest of the digging for the second bag, and he didn't do the digging. But I was like, yo, like that wasn't that smart.
Yeah. I
After
Well,
think
I mean, once you made your in
he,
Chauncey's defense, because I saw Nelson coming for Chauncey, and like all these people like tweeting about Chauncey, like not like letting Amber dig like that. You had to leave as soon as you got that bag. Your positions were locked in. Like even after you watched the first heat, like these are all rules. So
oh
like, yeah, I don't, and especially I don't understand why Nelson's coming for Chauncey like that. Like that's a little
yeah,
ridiculous because
I
Nelson
mean, I
knows that. Like
understand
you
because
wouldn't know that.
Chauncey has talked about Nelson, so rightfully so. And Nelson's gonna repeat.
yo,
If you don't want to be talked about, then don't talk about somebody else. That's just how
That's
that
like a
happens.
weird thing to talk about because like that was just him following the rules.
Oh,
Like if you're gonna come for
that
somebody,
for a
just
fact. That okay, that I get it. But
yeah, like if you're gonna
obviously
come
you
for
get.
somebody, come for them on something that's like real. You know, like there's other ways to come for somebody. Like that's just kind of like unnecessary because those are the rules and everybody knows that.
hey,
yeah.
You gonna
Yeah.
come for Nelson in here. You gonna come for Nerese too. She gonna
Oh,
be fast.
Oh, I know. I'm not
100%.
coming. I'm not coming for Nelson. I'm just calling it out like it is. I'm saying like if you're gonna come for somebody, let it be real. You know, like if Nelson has beef with Chauncey, you can have beef, but like that's not like the tweet. The comment made no sense.
Especially over something that you should know. You was literally right there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like
I see what you're
it was a lame comment.
saying. Yeah.
yeah. I think there's a lot of built up tension around that situation. Let's be honest. So it's not even just
Yeah.
episode, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold up, what you talking about? Hold on. I want to know.
Okay, what's the tease? What's the
I'm just looking for my cheeky bet, but I don't know anything.
And
You and the damn cheeky
Olivia's like,
fucking
I have no
beds.
idea.
I know. I'm like, no, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't even in this episode, so I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same. I was
Oh
irrelevant.
my
main
gosh.
one. You was the main one in the episode. We thought you won. Don't do that.
Come on through, bro. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Honestly,
Not she
yeah,
almost
they,
won.
yeah, they trying to hold us out, Misha. You see this?
Exactly.
Like,
I seen it.
crazy.
oh god, it's a little early in the season. No, but honestly, I wish that we won that. Not even just because I wanted to win a challenge, but like I was like, this would be so beneficial because Nerese and Nelson, you know, did what they had to do for us. Jay and Michelle did what they did last week, the week before, like week before, not throwing us in. And it would and like. And also, like, I was really good friends with Jack and Laurel. Well, so good friends with Jack and Laurel too. And me and Laurel, like, we're friends since day one, from the airplane. So I was like, they would never have gone in. It would just the outcome would have been so different. So it's interesting thinking about what would have happened if me and
Mhm.
Horacio freaking won. I think that what did they? I think it was like 30 seconds difference. Or unless that was a different challenge, I can't remember, but it was close.
Mind you, remember that me and Nelson actually we called check first, but one of the words was a word that was like that defined friendships, but it wasn't apparently the accurate word. So then, yeah, it was that shit was so annoying because I'm like, we got 5 words that mean friendship, and they're like, no, you guys didn't get it, and then you guys ended up getting it maybe like 30 seconds later. So if one of us would have gotten it just a little bit quicker, we would have been the ones to have the dirt on our hands, and it wouldn't have gone the way that it did.
I,
Yeah.
I was hot because I really thought y'all wouldn't live. And then I've been a fan of Laurel since watching the show from a while ago. She's a fucking dog, and so I was like, I've been a fan of that partnership for a minute. And so after what happened last week with Jay and Michelle, I was like, oh hell, like honestly, they gonna get the backlash from it. And after they win, I already see they gonna go down there or whatever. And then I was just like, I wanted to ask you, Jack. I don't know what conversations that they had and like what they were talking to you about, because I know like last week I was just whole confused. I was like, yo, y'all were close as hell, and then they threw y'all in there.
It
I,
was so confusing.
I
Michelle like just was like in a
was
fantasy land in her head that like Laurel was like coming for her and that Laurel was the reason she was in like she had like this one-sided beef and it was bizarre to watch. And then like I still really can't explain it. She still just couldn't be like, hey, you're good at finals. You kind of scare me. I want you gone. Because like that would have been like the respectable thing to say, but she just was like so in her head and like paranoid that like, girl, like you were never on our radar like that. So when they came for us, like, yeah, it was kind of weird. And then they did make a deal with us. Like, I mean, they made deals with everybody. Obviously, we
that's
see
awesome.
that they're just the team of making deals with the entire house. But after we came back from last week, we had like a pretty good understanding, pretty good talk. Like, you know, we want to build trust. Maybe we work together in the future. Like, if we can build trust, like if you save us, we'll definitely save you one
Right.
more time after
That,
that.
that's what I'm.
Like, just like a one-time kind of thing. Like, you save us the next time you win, we'll save you if we win, and that was it. And they didn't hold on to that word. They kind of just didn't hold on to any of their words, which is like, ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up how that happened. Like everybody's looking kind of crazy right now. So, like you won twice, but you did a big betrayal. Like that was completely trash. So I don't know
It
what's
was
gonna happen.
the part that was
Hey, what's
good.
up, bro?
That shit was for no reason. Charles was good, my
Was
boy.
good, was good. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch the show yet, but I'm listening.
I'm gonna just say,
Okay, that's what's
where
good.
we was talking shit. I'm like, damn, how you just gonna let your girl dig like that? You ain't shit. But then they told me what was up, and I was like, okay, all
Nah,
right, I
yeah,
get it.
we did like pick roles beforehand, and I actually asked to switch after seeing the first group go or whatever. So
Yeah.
if I knew that was the case, I wouldn't have let her go, of course.
which made sense after, especially after seeing it. I know y'all went to second heat and you seen it, so I was like, yo, of course he probably wanted the strips. I was like, yo, there's no way he's still gonna let her dig after seeing like Laurel was like taking
Nah,
forever
nah,
and all that stuff.
absolutely
And
not.
then that makes sense after they told me about that. So I backed up. I said, oh, sorry.
No, respect.
But yeah, no, but no, Jack. Honestly, the shit with you and Jay, I mean Jay and Michelle, that shit was wild to me last week, and then to go on to this week, I kind of figured they was gonna go back at you guys again, just because like they kind of have to stay on their track of, oh, y'all are the main target because y'all are mad at us and blah blah.
But we
But for
weren't
them to
winning.
switch up, what was that?
We weren't winning daily. So like I don't understand why we were the target. You know what I
That-
mean? Like it
That's
would make sense like if we were like a threat at that point, but we hadn't won a daily. I mean, nobody that really had our back was winning dailies, but that was the problem. But
yeah. So that's why I was like, yeah, I don't. They seemed like they were playing from emotion with that part rather than. Well, I don't even know if it was emotion. I don't know
I
what
don't
the.
think it was emotion. I think they thought it was smart. I think Michelle in her full like had really thought Laurel was coming for her and had it. I think she fully was in a psychosis or something. I don't know. She's just disgraceful. I really don't want to talk about her.
I hear that. And then, yeah, to switch up, and then they go to Jordan and Anissa. I was like, yo, like that was goofy. That was goofy. I didn't understand.
And then Jordan called their whole game in like 5 seconds. That was like
Yeah,
literally hilarious. He was like, you made them, you're
Yeah, that
weak.
was crazy. That was
It
crazy.
was just like,
Jordan
there it
Jordan went through
is.
that last one. I told you. Boosh. I was like,
yeah. He, he was
damn.
he's definitely a dog for that. So I was like, yo, this whole episode it was interesting. It was to say the least, for real.
I don't know, the elimination was fire though, man. I mean, that whole day was crazy. I was like yelling throughout the whole thing. I mean, actually, the competition, it was pretty good too. I was yelling throughout that. It was pretty good, but the whole Anissa thing and Jordan was just like weird. You just nominated him, bro. What's good? Like
Yeah, yeah,
that conversation for me was like, bro, we don't have nothing to say. Like
yeah.
I don't need when I had nothing to say. I don't know what I would say to you at that point. Like I don't
I
know.
definitely got hit in the face during that elimination too, and it wasn't shown because like I had like scrapes and like bruises on my face, like getting on that plane the next day. And I remember just like sitting next to this guy, and he was like, "Oh, are you okay?" I was like, "Not really. I haven't slept and just got attacked in the face, but it's okay."
Old fashioned dodgeball. You know you play.
Oh shit.
I know, right? In the well, like, cause yeah, I think I dodged one with my head. I think the only way I like jumped up to because I was like, my hand's not gonna reach that right now. Made the most sense to dodge it with my face.
So this is what I also wanted to
He
ask.
was grinding.
So the Horacio and Laurel thing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I know they're both not here, but I got both of their partners here. I got Liv here, I got Jack. I wanted to ask y'all about that dynamic. How was that like? Did you really think that was like something that was going to affect y'all in the challenge this week, or like? And then like, do you think who was in the wrong? Like, kind of like Horacio for not being upfront earlier about it, or like, do you think Laura was like kind of like a lot of emotions behind them, so that's why she was just. I don't know. What was y'all take on that?
I
I
mean,
knew like. Oh, if you want to go first.
no, no, Jack, go first because I'm like,
I mean, I can't speak for Laurel. I mean,
Yeah,
but
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I definitely felt going into that daily a little like, okay, her head is a little dissociated right now because this is like a lot for her to deal with. And I felt bad about that because I was just like, I was really just hoping that like we could stay a little bit more present, but things like that can take a toll on somebody. Like emotions are really real, you know? So sometimes it is hard to separate it and you root for the best, but yeah, it was just one of those awkward situations. What did
Gotcha.
you think, Olivia?
I don't know. Like watching, I'm like, what the? I mean, like I'm not gonna speak for him either, but I'll speak for what I saw in my opinion of what I've seen. Is that Horacio's not like most guys. Like he really's not, and I think everyone can say that unless I'm just getting the wool pulled over my eyes, but I really don't think I am. He's like he's just so sweet and genuine, and I know that he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So I think it was almost hard for him to tell Laurel like I don't want to be more than friends, but also she is, she's a girl goes after what she wants, and I'm all about that. I'm like, go off. But I think that yeah, it's just a weird thing, and also like they made it seem like he had a girlfriend. First of all, I had never talked to him about his dating life like before the show or anything. I thought he was single as hell because, he's just shy. I never saw him like. Nerese, help me with this. You're close with him too. I can't even describe like how he is, but basically like he's just shy. So I never thought he had a girlfriend. And then Laurel comes to me one night and she's like, well, Horacio just told me that he has a girlfriend back home. I'm like, what? No, he doesn't. And then that's why I pulled him aside. And it doesn't show our whole conversation, but I was like, what's the deal with you and Laurel? Because I was like, you have a girlfriend? Excuse me? Because I'm not going to have a partner that's being shady. And he explained it. It wasn't a girlfriend. It was someone that he was interested in, but he respects that interest so much that it almost is kind of a girlfriend. In a real world, a guy would just be like, oh, I talked to her a couple times. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I can't describe it too much.
Right.
That's kind of what it was. It was still not fair to her because I think she like loves and cares with her full heart, even though she comes off as being like the stoic, competitor. She's such a sweetheart. Really, I wouldn't be friends with someone that's an asshole.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I just wish I was seeing a little bit more of Olivia Nelson, but I mean, whatever.
Okay. I don't know what.
Wow. That did.
One thing about I love being messy.
We gonna get back to that. Michelle is in the building. Oh, she left. That's crazy.
Oh, she was here?
I was damn sure finna get on
Oh
that.
wait, I did not mean that.
Damn! Somebody tell her come back. Tell her come
Michelle,
back.
you're
She's welcome
welcome to
here.
come
Tell her she's
wherever you
completely
want.
welcome to my platform.
Hold
All
on.
challenges welcome here, like straight up. Like she's completely
Yeah,
welcome.
she
I don't
really,
want her to feel like she
I
can't.
barely added her up, and then she was quiet for a second because I was letting what's her name speak, Neri speak, and give us some tea, and then
Right. We owe it. And she's been here before though. The thing about it, she's been here before. So like, come through. Come
Should
through.
probably need to get a glass of wine first or something.
As we
Oh
all.
shit.
have y'all talked since the show or after the show, Jack?
To who?
To Michelle.
I mean, I talked to Nerese, I talked to Olivia, I talked to Chauncey. I see everybody that like I keep in contact with. Yeah. What? Me and Nerese had plans to go to the movies last week, but then
I
she got sick.
can't.
Yeah, what
Right
y'all
now,
finna
I
go see? Y'all
can't.
finna go see.
I
I just
We were
can't.
gonna see Black Panther
Wakanda
too.
forever.
That's
Wakanda
fine.
It was so
forever.
good though.
I
No,
cannot.
that movie was dope.
It is so good.
I don't want to
Well,
hear. I haven't
we
seen it
still gotta
yet.
go
No
fight.
spoilers. No spoilers. Oh my god, I haven't seen it. Oh my god, I
Michelle's
can't.
here. Michelle's here.
She's back. I just added her up. Let's see if she accepts.
She's here.
Yeah.
Yes, we're kind and gentle now.
Hi, Michelle. Come on through, Mama. Oh, there she is. Hey, Michelle.
Hi guys, what's going on?
What's up? What's
She's like,
up?
what's going
What's good?
on?
He's trying to blow up my whole life.
I mean, that sounds about right. That's why we love Nerys, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm trying to be better. I'm trying not to be messy because every time I do, it's the everybody hates me for me
Girl,
Bro,
speaking my motherfucking
stop.
girl,
truth.
I don't
Stop.
even
So
need to
Stop.
try. I think I just
literally,
am.
I just exist and they hate me. I'm like, okay, well,
Well, Michelle, let's be real. This episode, like, it was the tea. This is the second win, and we put up. The question I really want to ask is why Anissa and Jordan
I
again?
mean, it really came. Listen, we genuinely do have maybe 10 minutes from the minute that we get home to strategize and get in that deliberation room. So when we're nominating people, I mean, and when you're in there and deliberating, they give you about 5 to 10 minutes to deliberate. So like we're trying to shoot off the cuff. Jay has his ideas, I have my ideas. And really it was genuinely process of elimination. We had so many people that we were trying to protect, like Nerys, like Olivia, like Amber or whatever. We have all these people that we're trying to protect, and when it comes down to it, it's like, well, there's actually 4 names that we can say. So it really just came down to that, more so than anything. And then obviously when Jordan popped off, we were just like, okay, well, you just made it easier for us then, because we don't want to say the names, we don't want to be the fucking villains, we don't want to have to make the decisions, but we're put in this position, and if you're gonna make it easy, then we're just gonna fucking do it then. We're gonna make the easy option, obviously.
Got you. Okay, I wanted to ask about the Jack and Laurel situation. This is from last week. I'm going back to last week because I thought you guys were like super close,
God.
and so I was just wondering like what situation made you want to put them down there or vote them in? to
So
where like
I heard from a very, very reliable source. I assume this is going to come up at reunion, that Laurel was coming for me. This was not like in my imagination. Somebody told me that. And
Who
like,
was it?
I mean, I will confirm with her to make sure I'm not going to just fucking out somebody, because honestly, at the end of the day, people made me look crazy and I'm willing to sit on my crazy throne if I fucking have to. I'm not in the business of like talking about somebody else if they're not prepared to like also go down there in the crazy throne with me. But I was told very specifically that Laurel didn't fuck with me and she didn't like me, and I was just like, okay, like, and when you're in that house and the paranoia is happening and you hear somebody doesn't like you and you think that they're a powerful person and you're a little bit scared, then you're like, well, I have to get them before they can get me. And that was really my mindset. Like, I was paranoid. I was scared in the situation. And like, honestly, I felt like she was going to come for me. That's really how I felt.
But that's how you felt. That's like really not what it
But
was.
I don't, and that's totally
And like
valid.
somebody not liking you is different than like, oh, like she's like coming for me in this game. Those are two different things. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people I don't like, but like I was like, I would absolutely never come for them. Like they're good to have here. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference between those two things.
Totally. And I think that in retrospect, like I totally see what you're saying. And Jack, I think part of it too is that I I have to, and like I regret this as well, take into consideration that there's two halves to a whole, right? Like it should not have been my insecurity of feeling like somebody didn't like me kind of leading my decision making. But like, when you hear somebody doesn't fuck with you, vocalizing that to other people, going around saying that to somebody, you must feel strong enough about not liking me to say it to somebody. Why would you not feel strong enough about me to put me in then? Do you know what I mean? Like, that was my process. And to be honest with you, it was just a paranoia, and like I'll own to that. So I mean, I'm not saying I'm obviously not perfect. We see that play out on screen time and time again. So
that's real.
I'm just curious to see like the receipts because it does seem like just pure paranoia. But like, I guess I mean, keep them for the reunion. Don't give it out for free. I guess.
honey, I'm not gonna give it up for
I guess
free.
save your
And
receipts, bro.
I will
Give
say,
a little bit. Give a little bit.
no,
I'm
I
just
will say that I am gonna message her and be like, listen, I've been getting a lot of flack about this, and like, if it's okay, like, I'd like to open up and like tell what you told me. Um, but I do plan on having that conversation with her to figure that out. But yeah,
I feel that. I will say that I respect that you taking in your like your insecurity and like your like paranoia of what the situation was to make the decision. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people would have blamed this and that. I think what a lot of people, me watching as a viewer, you know what I mean, just me watching and not really knowing what's going on inside. I think me as a viewer would appreciate it more if you guys like. I feel like you and Jay came to explaining the reasoning. It kind of like bounced around it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, like with Nisa and Jordan, I feel like you guys were like, oh, well, we put you guys in last time. We feel safer and put it. I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like the point of what you guys wanted to put people in for wasn't really put out there like up front. I feel like
that's not my problem, bro. I don't. I get that you're facilitating this conversation, but that's not my fucking problem. That they didn't show our reasoning. I went in and I just told you it was process of fucking elimination. Like,
well, hold on.
I made deals with a lot of people.
Well,
That's a
hold on. He
fact.
not
I
let,
because
say
let,
because
that.
he
let,
hold on. Wait a minute.
I
Hold
say
on,
that.
baby.
let her talk. Let her
This
talk.
okay. Because he
I
talking about
made deals with a lot of people. The fact is, you have to protect the people that you've made promises to. And like, it was genuinely process of elimination. And guess what? You saw during the conversation, he said, wow, you could not throw me in right now, yada, 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 but I don't trust you. Okay, so if he doesn't trust me because I've already thrown him in, why the fuck would I not throw him in again if he doesn't trust me? Then if they win, no matter if I did not throw them in a second time, I'm already an easy vote for them to make me an option. So like, if you say a name, you kind of have to double down on it. Like, whether or not it was shown, that's the logic behind it. Like,
I feel that. I feel that.
no, but
So,
hold on. You talking about trying to facilitate the conversation. I mean, my thing is this. That's not what it was. He's asked you a question because this is a space where we're speaking about the show. So like the aggressiveness, like he's just asking questions just like
I
I
know,
am.
I get it, but
Okay.
I literally am on, like, I see everything that everybody's tweeting about me. I get it. Like, and
We haven't said not one word. What I'm trying to say, we
Yeah,
haven't said a word. So why was it
I got it.
smoke here?
I got it.
Okay,
Look,
okay, bro.
look. I appreciate you coming here. First off, I think one of the reasons why we have these points and have these spaces is for having people like you on here, so you can explain the stuff we don't see on TV. You know what I mean? Like I said, as a viewer, I'm not in there. You feel me? Like I'm just seeing the shit from TV and from what we see like as a viewer. So like that's why we come in here and ask questions and see the background, blah blah blah. That's why I asked you this. I'm not coming off being a hothead. I'm not trying to be out your ass. Like you gonna play the game that you want to do. Damn, Nisa.
Anissa, is that Anissa?
Anissa, are you like here to play commercials?
I don't think that's Anissa, y'all. That person only has 3
Yeah,
followers.
that damn sure isn't.
Is
Anyway,
that not Anissa? I didn't click up.
That's not Anissa. I don't think
that
so.
damn sure ain't. But anyway,
Okay, they're
look,
gone. My bad,
anyway,
yeah, my
I
bad,
think
my
yeah.
bad. That's
just
some bull. Oh damn.
Michelle, yeah, that's the finish. I was just saying that we just want to get your opinion. I'm asking you questions just to get your opinion. I'm not trying to come as a
You
hot.
hear this?
So I'd appreciate, and we like,
But when
you
you have to
know what I'm saying? Like,
understand too, that not everything is shown. We all know that. Like, there's not enough. I'm already monopolizing fucking 95% of the camera time. I don't have time to explain everything. Like, it's like there's obviously reasons that we're doing what we're doing, whether or not it's understood or not. Like that,
Sure, no, I get that. I've
yeah.
been on the show. I've been on a couple shows, and I understand how that is. Which is why I'm saying what I said before. We had these spaces to get you on here to explain that part. A lot of people don't hear that. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't see that on the TV. So this is the part where you can be like, "Yo, like I know they showed this, but behind the scenes, this is what really happened." You feel me? So this is not like us, like like we attacking from what we see on TV because we know that's not the whole story. This is the part where you're like, "Yo, we ask questions to figure out what was really in your head and what was really going on behind the scenes." In a holistic view to ask you is from your perspective. You feel me? Not because we trying to be hot headed. So like I appreciate we just like calm it down for real. You ain't got to come at me like I'm a little kid. I'm just asking you a question. That's all. You feel me? But I appreciate you being on here for real, just to give us your point of view.
Think it's also just a lot because like the episode just ended. I'm sure you're like, if you're enemy number one on a show, people are gonna come at you like you're just gonna it's overwhelming, right? And so everyone handles it differently. And I will say, like watching it, like everyone has a reason for what they do, whether you like it or not. Like if everyone liked every move everyone made, it wouldn't be a game.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because I
Right.
know personally, and like she's one of my good friends. Like we have a great time together, and so watching her, like even just these past couple episodes, in my opinion, is not like maybe the best side that we're seeing of her, but also it's not the person that I know. Like I know her, so
And
it's
it's
like
also not like 100% just the truth. You know what I mean? It's an edit. And that's why I'm like,
Right.
Michelle, I want to send you some love because I
Well,
get how hard it can be,
yes,
especially when everyone is talking down on you. And like I said, I see the hate too. And like, I know, I'm not talking about myself, but like the hate that the fans say about you. And like, you don't deserve all of that. Like, you are truly a fucking amazing person. I just wanted to remind you of that, you know?
well, I'm just gonna say to you, Mama, like as far as me as a blogger, I've never said you've been here before. My spaces it's always been cool. I'm pretty. I don't know how that feels, but I know about editing because I blog about reality TV. But Mama, here it's open for you guys to be here, be chill, speak your piece, even go off if you need to. But me and Cinco just talking shit, but not at y'all. So I mean,
I
well,
know, I
Cinco
know.
maybe.
You also have to. I think it comes from a place of like, listen, I have gotten like I won, but it felt like I lost. I got like slaughtered on social media. Everybody in their confessional is talking shit about me. Like whatever, it is what it is. We played the game. We're doing what we like. Oh, this is what we signed up for, right? Like we signed up to be loved or hated or respected by our moves or criticized by our moves, and we totally get that. But at the end of the day, we are human. Like to see that shit all the fucking time is like taxing. And maybe like whatever, obviously Jack is in here, he probably is like, fuck yeah, she fucking deserves it. And like respect, I get that. Like
I would
there's
never say that. Even before the season started and like somebody sent me something like, we're going to be dragging Michelle all season. I put out a whole message saying, like, do not bully anybody in my name, because I
Thank you,
totally do
baby.
not condone that. I think
Thank you.
everybody saw that is totally not my brand, not my thing. Like,
I love
there's a
that,
difference
Jack.
between the shade we do on the show, the arguing we do. Like, you can comment on the commentary and not go for somebody and completely bully them. And
Yeah,
I
I
said that
agree.
before the show even started, because I did feel like people were going to come
100%.
for you because you guys were stupid with the decision. So I was
Well,
like,
clearly we're
they're
fucking
definitely going to get
idiots,
dragged.
Not
but
stupid.
but honestly, like thank you for saying that, Jack, because I really do appreciate that. Like I listen, it's a game, and like if you like obviously struggle separating like the human aspect of the game from the playing it. Like I really, obviously we see me cry every single fucking episode. I swear if we were like drink every time Michelle cries, I would be slurring even more than I am right now, which is saying something because wine has fueled me through this entire experience. But I just feel like what's that? Sorry.
Oh,
Nah,
that's
it was just funny because Jack literally said that you had to go get a glass of wine before you came back. So that was funny as fuck
I
to me.
know, that's why I laughed. Yeah, I was just like, oh.
Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Listen, like it's not, it is what it is. Like love me or hate me, whatever. Like I at the end of the day, I have my glass of wine. I have my sister and my best friend by my side. Life is not that fucking bad. It's just, you see it and you keep reading all the shit, and like it's so easy when you see the hate and the negativity to like start believing it. And I just like wanted to separate myself from that. So, Cinco, um I know that you weren't coming. Sorry, I came in hot for you, but like when you're like asking a leading question, I'm like, fuck, like okay, my defenses go up and I automatically like go into attack mode, and that's probably not the best.
Which I get. I definitely get it. That's why I was telling you should just let you speak and get it out. I know how that shit feels too. Getting hate from a lot of people and on a TV show, and you know you're not deserving it. They're not showing your full character, who you really are. It's a game. I
I
get
mean,
it.
no,
That's
I'm a
why
mess.
I,
That's
Hey,
facts.
look, and I
That's
don't know
facts.
you. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm looking from outside, like just trying to understand like you as a person from a TV show. But I know that's not wholly you. So this is me, just asking you questions, and like it's like I said, this space is for you to like get out the shit that you can. Like, yo, people talking shit about me, but this is what really happened, or like you know what I'm saying. And just I feel like a lot of people don't have a space like this to talk their truth, their real truth, and so that's what it is. Like I feel like we just wanted to have an open space were you comfortable just to talk about the real shit and what really happened in your opinion? Not so people,
100%. 100%.
you know.
100%.
So I
Yes.
definitely get it. I definitely get it. I respect you as a person, even though I haven't met you. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you,
Right.
like I said. And yeah, I'm gonna talk shit for sure. Like I tell everybody, but I'm not
Look.
gonna be talking like in a disrespectful way at you. I know this is a game, and literally this is just opinionated. And I appreciate you just coming in here and telling your opinion for real, for real.
And I feel the same exact way.
Also,
Seriously.
they don't show like obviously they want to show they want to make sense of the episode, but like they don't show like the people that Michelle's saving, right? Like we are on this end, we're not bitching, we're thankful, So it's like I wish that they would have more confessionals of people being like, I'm so happy that Michelle and Jay are staying true to their word, because they are staying true to their word for some people,
Oh yeah.
not they gave their word to certain. I mean, I don't really know. I don't know everything, okay? I just see what I see and I just guess what I guess. All I know is for me, Michelle has
She's like,
never
I'm good.
crossed
I'm
me.
good.
So like I'm just saying like it might look like a bad move on some parts, but like on others, we're over here like it's not a bad move for us. So it's such a layered game.
Yeah.
And like what we're also seeing play out is like everybody is attached to somebody. Like I don't know the relationship between I don't know the depth of like Laurel and Jordan. It's like when I'm thinking about saving Devin and Tori, I'm not thinking, oh shit, they're gonna be mad at me for throwing in
But then
Anissa.
Jordan. Yeah.
There's Anissa and Jordan. Like there's so many layers that it's
Honestly,
like
bro, I
that's
forgot
why.
about that myself. Honestly.
Right. That's why voting in the rookies is like, that's such an easy path for a lot of people because there's no connections. And like at the end of the day, I gave Olivia and Horacio like my word. I felt like, listen, we're the next to be picked off as soon as you guys are. So like, I just felt like everybody's connected. It's a web of connection, and you vote somebody in, it pisses somebody else off. It's all a fucking trickle effect, and like we definitely are seeing that play out now. So I can't even keep track of the relationships. I barely watched the show before being on, and like I don't know who's who, what's what. I don't know. I don't know how Laurel plays. Like I'm coming in, I'm judging her based on like what I'm seeing. I don't know how like Devin's history. I'm only taking everybody at like face value, and from what I hear and what I'm judging is my truth. So
Right.
it's a complicated fucking mess of a season.
I
No,
think for you two in this position you guys were in, it was like last week. It was like, well, they didn't put up giant bananas. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. For you guys, you was like, fuck all that. I'm gonna go in. Da 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 da. I was thinking that's why you kind of too, because they was kind of
I,
on your shoulders last
I
week.
mean, that's why we voted in Nani and Bananas this time. But I will say, like, I last time, it wasn't about getting an IOU. I had just told Nani when she threw me in, I was like, listen, I know Jay and Bananas have a thing that there was like a vendetta there, but like, me and you are cool. So, like, let's try to like protect each other here and like let them squash their beef and like we can move forward. So I was I was really trying to work with Nani, but you know, sometimes vendettas are stronger than alliances, and like we see that play out. Not but Banana's never gonna like Jay, so that's just like a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It has been for a
yeah.
long time with the
Right.
two of them.
So who did you feel like you could really trust, like coming in? Well, not even coming in at this point of the season. So I feel like y'all didn't put in
Yeah,
Chauncey and Amber. I feel
I
like
mean,
knew them.
so Nerese and Nelson are tight as hell with Jay, and Nerese is my girl, like, and I love Nelson too. So that was like solid. Olivia, when me and Olivia had been down, we obviously found ourselves at the daggers really early, and Jay wanted to save Johnny, and me and Olivia had this kind of understanding of like, listen, game peeps game, like let's just try to protect each other as much as possible. So Olivia and Horacio, like if we didn't win, we wanted them to win. I was obviously tied with Devin and Tori with a deal that was like a handshake deal. And Amber was like my girl. That's my bitch. And I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna protect her. I feel like Jay maybe didn't have the same mindset, but for me, she was my roommate. She was like my sounding board. So at the time, I was just like, I mean, I usually am talking to the girls mostly, I feel like. And Jay kind of like had the relationship with the guys. So,
That's the thing too. Like they don't really show that on the show too. Because if you wouldn't have said anything, I really
oh, and
want to talk
Fessy.
to you
Sorry,
and
and Fessy.
Amber. I would have known about you and Amber's relationship, or like you and Reese's relationship. You know what I mean? If you wouldn't have said anything, so they don't really show that on the show. Like,
Well, Jay, Nerese, and Nelson were all on X on the beach together. They live together. They've been through this shit
oh,
together. Like they're tight in real life, And
okay, yeah.
and I'm close with Fessy by proxy. Mariah, like Fessy was like I couldn't say Fessy's name. So really, like, what does that leave me? Like it truly felt like process of elimination at that point.
No,
That's interesting.
that makes more sense then. Because it makes sense to who you wouldn't choose based off the relationships you really have. Because I didn't really know about the relationships that you had. So I think that's what a lot of people outside watching into are like, damn, why didn't they put freaking Bananas and Nutty in the first time? Or like, why didn't they put in, I don't know how y'all felt about Casey and Kenny, or you know what I mean, like stuff like that. So that makes sense.
Basically, what we needed to do was during the challenge help someone in our heat win by helping them the words we got, and then you guys will not have won and I'll have to make hard decisions. Duh.
Carl, winning is a double-edged sword, and like that's the thing. I really obviously am always so grateful to win, but like I am so fucking paranoid. I should not be a woman in power. I should be a woman. Like I don't handle. I don't heavy is the head that wears the crown. I do not wear the crown well, I'm like, I don't want that responsibility. I love that I'm safe, and I wish it was just safe, but I don't like being a decision maker. It's not my thing. Like,
Yeah.
some people would love to some people would really love to have the axe and like slice people down, and they wouldn't even shed a tear. They wouldn't even lose sleep over it. Me, I'm over here fucking losing my mind because I feel like I'm hurting people, and like it's not a good look. It's a fucking mess. I mean, hey, I'm nothing if not messy, but it's not
Or
fun. It's not fun for me, I will say.
they start throwing like bananas and
I'll
also,
never fucking throw a challenge because I as much as I don't like winning, I'd rather it than losing, you know? I don't want to lose. So
yeah, no, I feel that.
Mm.
So back to the tea. What was y'all saying about Olivia and Nelson?
Ha!
All right, y'all.
Lord have mercy.
That's my favorite topic. I don't know about y'all, but it's my favorite topic. First off, I'm so mad that they have not shown the relationship. I mean, that's just me. I'm just like I said, I was very much a
Same.
Olivia fan, so I'm confused as to why they have not shown
Oh, I love
anything.
Olivia. Everybody knows that already.
Oh,
God.
I think that I think I I think that on other
I,
seasons when
I,
relationship I'm like
I, I,
I
I,
think that on other seasons when a storyline is just a relationship, maybe that's all it has, and I think that this season, I think that's what they thought going into the show I was going to be, is just like some like flirt and just like have fun with the guys, but I think when I showed up and actually like kind of, was playing around in the game, they were like, I don't want Olivia's storyline to just be a man. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think of, because it's like I'm not just there for a guy. Like I'm there to actually show up and compete. And like Nelson was just the cherry on like top. But like, yeah, I mean, yeah, me and Nelson were like, I mean, I'm not gonna say. Listen, they need a little after show, like 20 minute
the
after
word
show.
she's looking for is loud. They were
oh
Very.
shit.
Okay.
I love it. I was like, you
Oh
know what? Why don't you
my.
guys take my room? Why don't you take my room but stay on Amber's bed?
Oh my god.
I said I
Yo,
said go to Amber's bed, but you can have my room. How about
Oh
it?
no. Oh my god.
Feel
yo.
echo
Oh
throughout the house.
Bro, I had that. Did you
no.
guys see that bruise I had? I didn't even notice it when I posted the picture. I had a bruise on my boob.
Girl, I was like, what is that bruise? I noticed it from a
That
yard.
was from Nelson.
When we
Hey,
say
y'all
shit got
Damn.
nasty.
crazy between those two, shit got
Okay.
crazy in a very
You say
consensual way. In
quick.
a very consensual way,
Yes,
y'all.
yes, yes. A
I
Okay.
good
love
way.
that
A
Nerys
good
has to
way.
qualify. It was consensual though. Like, of
I have
course
to
it
because
was.
that I don't want no one thinking that he was beating on her. You know, I
I
gotta
love
know
that.
that.
It was very cute. It was a very cute relationship. I stand it. I stand
I
it.
very much loved it. Like it was like I said, they allowed me to be the third one in their couple. Not like that. Oh my god, but not like that. But like they
Wow.
like that was my best friend. He's my ride or die. I was with them all the time, which is why I said I'm such a huge fan.
Nah, you really just
Jesus.
so that's crazy, Nerys.
Not like that. Not like that. I'm sure they would have liked it though, but not like that.
It's really
Damn.
like, yeah, I'm so you know what, when I'm speechless, that's never a thing, so that's a wrap on that. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we are moving on from that. Oh my
Who else was
bro.
being loud, as y'all can say? Fessy.
Ooh.
No, that Fessy and Laurel thing was so crazy to me. I was just like, damn, Fessy in front of people never acts like that. At least I never seen him act like that, and it's so interesting to see him one on one with a girl. I'm like, what? He's like trying to be all Rico Suave. I'm like dying laughing, but I was shocked that he was making the moves on Laurel. I was like, what? Where did this come from?
Dude, I felt surprised too. I had no fucking idea. I mean, I thought he was in love with Colleen last week. But Fessy, Fessy likes to cuddle.
Yeah, goes where the wind takes him. He's
He
loud.
really does. He's really a free spirit, you know?
Gotta love Fessy. Gotta love
I
Fessy for sure.
know. He's one of those people that I don't think he means to be the mess, but he just is. Like he's like he can't help it.
Not
Yeah.
a polite way to call him a hoe. That's crazy.
Not
I
lightweight.
mean,
Low key. Low key.
he's just a lover. He's a lover.
Mr. Loverman.
Yo, Chunk,
Oh wow.
I didn't know you and Amber, y'all got matching tattoos behind y'all ear. I just seen it today.
Nah, so Amber got my initials tatted on her. Like, it was a bet though, so that's why she got it. But she got it like three. It's like 3 days after like us like meeting in person.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because we did a bet for a race to see whoever could win, whoever's faster. Of course, I knew I was gonna win.
She really thought she was gonna beat.
What is that?
She really thought she was gonna beat you to beat the
Yeah,
bet.
yeah, she thought she was gonna beat me, but yeah, she thought she was gonna beat me, and the bet was whoever lost gets the person's initials tatted. Doesn't matter where, and after that, she got it tatted, and that was it. I plan on getting hers actually. I just have to figure out where it's gonna go because I have so many already.
Okay, I saw that joint today. I was like, hold up. I was like, I think that go by CP. I think I know.
You know the vibes.
Oh, that's dope, though. Dope.
Respect.